I can only imagine the scramble behind and front of and around Donald Trump next week in Davos. He's coming to challenge Davos, man, and put the America First agenda on the table. What good comes from America First for markets and for the world, rather than the other way around? Let's look at it from a construct rather than a destruct.
Well, I think a lot of people would welcome the kind of Davos culture being shaken up quite aggressively. I mean, I think one of the things that's so interesting about Trump, more as a cultural phenomenon really than a political one, is the extent to which the reaction against him can be just as forceful and important as the reaction he intends to create. And I think this is happening across Western culture in many ways, that a lot of the kind of things that are happening now are a rejection, in a sense, because Trump is such a blunt and aggressive statement of certain sets of beliefs that it galvanizes people into opposing it. But I think, you know, the Davos kind of consensus, a sense that the elite is out of touch with the populace, I mean, those are very deeply held beliefs across the political spectrum. And I think that, in a sense, that's the sort of positive of somebody like Trump going there and shaking things up. You know, what it actually means substantively, though, I think Trump is far less significant. I mean, it looks like, you know, neo-nationalism, if that's what Trump represents as a broader global political phenomena, appears to be mercantilism. It appears to be anti-free trade, but nothing more than that.
And it seems to be a lot of, is it just, in terms of the threat to the markets and in terms of the threat to global trade, perhaps, is it more hot air than it is actual substance, or is that to decide too quickly, because obviously we're only 1 year through the presidency?
True, but I think one of the things that's fascinating, you see this in the Brexit debate as well, so if you think that nationalism has taken its expression now in terms of throwing up trade negotiations, so that's the first thing that Trump did, that's effectively what's happening here, we're seeing with Brexit over the whole trade negotiations. But the tension here is the political parties behind these individuals are actually pro-trade. Yeah. So you have this very curious attempt to be nationalistic, which then everybody sits in a room and goes, hang on a minute, but we do actually believe in free trade.